Hi guys, on this video we will be talking about preventing the opponent building up on their own half. This is how I usually see our players setting themselves up on when their team have a goal kick. Now number 9, remember this is striker, 11 the left wing, 7 the right wing, 10 the center midfielder, 4 and 5 center backs, 1 is our keeper. At this time, we currently see players not being able to punt the ball or kick the ball high up the field. But as they get older and are able to do that, this is completely wrong. Now in the following clip, you see how I would like our players set up when they have a goal kick. Reminder that this dash line is the build down line. We cannot start up on the field until they touch the ball. Now you can see that we are actually set up on our formation. 2 center backs, 3 midfielders, and the striker. Okay. Now our wingers' job is to mark their wingers. Our striker job is to put pressure on the ball first, and the midfielder is to control the middle or center mid. Okay. Now I do not want our wingers tight with their wingers, because what happens if they are like this? Pause the video and give your second to think about the answer. Now what happens is they give too much space in the middle, so they should cover the space and keep their players in front of them. Okay, our priority is to defend our goal, and right now they're in a position where they cannot score from there. So leave them wide, keep them there, marking the space, but also knowing marking them. The goalie is able to put the ball in play by passing to their center back. Who should press the ball first? Pause the video and answer the question before going on. Our striker should press the ball first. Now, this run is so important, because if he just sprints and don't stop, this guy can beat him. Now, it's important that he closes this space here. So number 9 should never come in a straight run, but instead on a curve run. I will show you by drawing a line. Now it's a curve run. As he does that and sprint this way, he's blocking this passing lane here. So the only option that their center back has is their midfielder making this run and their left wing making this run. As our striker Nick or Yoel or William, whoever else plays on that position, makes this run, putting pressure on the ball, our winger makes this run, covering the space and covering their left wing. Our center mid is now covering their center mid, and our opposite winger is not giving them space, is actually tucked in the middle, allowing their winger to be free on the other side. Why? Because he is no danger to us. The ball is on this side of the field. Our center backs shift with the play. Shift, this guy will be in the middle. Keep this striker in between the center backs, knowing that depending how the play develop, one will be marking from behind. As they are able to break this press, find this winger, now we press with this winger, which should be Aaron or Ben, pressing this way. Now Jaden or Marco, they now give too much space if they stay like this. Now what should they do? Before I show it, pause the video and tell me and answer to yourself what they should do. They should drop into space. This player should be here. Allow him to get some space on the ball. Our center backs push towards the ball. Now he is now dropping, giving themselves some space, not staying square, but staying behind. Our winger still here. Now our striker is also putting press here, cutting this passing lane here to back to their center backs, cutting also this passing lane here to their opposite center back. At this point, we should be winning the ball back. But let's say the other team is very good and is able to break the press. Now, they can break the press by taking him one-on-one. We also have our center back here, Charlie, William, Josh, whoever's playing this position to be. We also have another center back, and our teams would also be back. Now, let's say they pass the ball from this side to the other center back because their striker is not doing their job, covering the space, covering the passing lane, and cutting the passing lane. Let's say he's lazy over here watching the ball. This ball goes here. Now, we have all to shift the field. Should our left wing press here? Yes or no? No. Our left wing should give them time. Most likely, this guy will pass the ball to their winger. Now, what can we do? Should we make this run here? Or this run here? Well, most likely this guy will be dribbling down the line, so we cut that passing lane. Now, we all have to come back behind the ball. We all have to shift as a team. Now, our center back, let's say Charlie, now he's sprinting there to cover the space. Josh is sprinting here to cover the space. Jace or Yoel or Nick is now back into their position. Jaden now is sprinting to cover the space. Our winger here, right wing, Ben, Aaron, Marco, depending the game, depending the moment, whoever's playing here, now should also tuck in and become another defender. And our striker should come and help us out in defense. Okay? Now, let's say he gets the ball there. The striker make a run. Their midfielder is here. Their center back is here. Pushing up the field. Okay? Now, the ball moved. We didn't press the ball, but we were able to get behind the ball because the ball is moving. And then now, working together, we can press the ball and try to recover. Let's say that their center backs have enough time on the ball and they're moving the ball forward. Who should press first? The closest to the ball. But our striker always presses their defense. So let's say our striker presses the ball. Now number 5, their center back's facing this side of the field. He most likely pass to this guy or pass to this guy. Let's say he passes the ball back to the center back. Now, should our midfield, Marco, Jaden, or Aaron, should they come and do this? No, because now with one pass, they can break our pressure on the ball. So let's say Jaden, instead of pressing the ball, Nick, or whoever's playing striker, will not be able to get back here on time. Okay? If we leave our position, now this guy is open. So let's stay behind the ball. We got to stay patient and let them pass. Now they're here. He's probably going to dribble. Now, this guy will probably either check in or stay here. Doesn't know what he's doing. If we press and this guy moves here, then we leave space. Okay? Let them dribble. Give time for a striker to get back. Let him dribble. As he gets dribble and you are marking the space, and maybe a striker can drop into space, and then no center midfielder can press. This guy will check in, get him check in. As the ball moves, we move. As the ball moves, we move. Give them press. Our center backs move. Center backs move. Our opposite wing drops back. Okay? Now we are dropping back here. Now, the number 10 center mid is doing our striker's job. Maybe the striker can now drop back into the center mid. Now it gets a little bit more complicated because we start rotating positions. This will be for the future. This will be to be worked on in the spring. But I just want to touch this for the players to know that they should start rotating and covering each other's space. Also know that everything doesn't work if we don't talk.